short and sweet. The goal is 30 minutes or less. We want to respect everyone's time, and just kind of open your eyes to what's possible. But once again, you'll have the opportunity to schedule a time where we can do a deeper dive into your business, and if you don't know what niche, we can explore what niche. We can create a plan based upon whatever technology you have, whatever CRM you've got access to, whatever solutions you have, and build that around whatever you've got available at your fingertips. For those who are interested, we can also help you from a co-marketing perspective on the mortgage side. We're doing some really cool stuff on that end. In fact, I'll probably share an example of some pretty stellar results we've been getting with one of our co-marketing partners, also in Florida, from a different niche, but with the same Renos framework. Now, if you don't know who Ryan and I are, real quick, we have been in this real estate game since the mid to early 2000s. We've worked together in the past.
1999, bro.
What's that? Oh my goodness.
Oh, my 1990s cred.
Holy smokes. Look at that. Well, he's got more experience than I do, though we are the same age. We bring a lot of real world experience as far as this, though this Renos nomenclature is new. What is detailed here, both of us have done time and time again in our own businesses and with other real estate professionals like you. In fact, hundreds and now thousands of people over the years. And so this isn't like theoretical fluff, nonsensical stuff. This is the stuff that we're doing with and for people in my sales organization, our co-marketing partners, people at the brokerage that Ryan does a lot of consulting with.
Josh, can I mention this framework also works for non-real estate businesses,
Absolutely.
So, and I know a lot of people listening, you probably have multiple ventures, so just keep that in mind as you watch this.
Yeah. So just real quick, the idea here, the big idea is that Renos is the act of, or the process of building an omni-channel marketing system around a specific local niche that you are setting out to quote unquote own, right? That you are to position yourself as the trusted authority in Andre's case, as it relates to waterfront properties in his geographic area. And it's a great way to build a lucrative, and Ryan's got stress-free here. I'd at least say lower stress.
Lower stress, yeah.
Always probably stress related to real estate. But I think the thing that I would point to more is that it allows you to be more proactive and less reactive, and therefore less stressful from that perspective. You're not sort of on call at all hours kind of thing, right? If you're, I don't know if you've ever been getting Zillow leads, for example, like you've got to be on those things, like whatever, or even what's the realtor.com referrals, like, when you're relying on those types of referral sources and so forth, you're on call all the time. When you build out this type of framework and you position yourself as the expert, people naturally treat you as more of an authority and are more respectful.
And they come to you and they wait to work with you, so you don't have to pick up the phone right away.
Yep. Exactly.
They're excited when you call them back, when you can get around to it.
100%. So the components are pretty similar regardless of the niche, right? We've got lead magnets or offers that we're going to use to get people's attention and create curiosity and to get them connected with us. We've got automated follow-ups, and we're going to give you examples of all of this as it relates to Andre and waterfront properties in this niche example. Then you've got traffic sources: Facebook, Instagram, Google pay-per-click, YouTube, offline like direct mail, or there are any number of different traffic sources. And then what Ryan affectionately calls cool stuffings, like sending.
I can't come up with a good term for it.
Yeah, we got to come up with something better, but for now it works. It means, what are you going to do on a regular basis to to demonstrate you're cool, you know, that you know the niche, that you understand the niche, and grow in relationship and rapport with them in a one-to-many fashion.
And Josh, what I mean by that is what cool stuff are you going to send?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know, Andre's just kind of gotten started with that. We'll give some other examples probably. And we're going to break these down. So again, we've got these, but we want to spend more time on the actual real
We don't
world.
need to go into the whole, because building out all these components takes a while. You only really need 1 or 2 items from each of these categories to get started, and that's what we're going to show you today. Is 1 or 2.
Exactly. So Brian, I know you had a crazy day. I got a little behind. Do you have some of
Yeah.
these examples for Andre at the ready?
Yeah. Let's start. We're not going to start in the exact order. Well, we'll brush on all of these in order, but I'm just bringing up on my screen here the ad account. So we'll start by showing the lead magnet Andre's using and the ad he's using. So the lead magnet is going to be a property list of waterfront homes, and the traffic source here from that category is going to be a Facebook lead ad. So I'm bringing that up, Josh. I haven't shared a screen and go to a webinar in years, so hopefully that works out for us
Hopefully we
here.
don't break anything. And
Yeah.
we like to start with Facebook and Instagram because it's the fastest way to get feedback from the market. It's not the only place, but it's a good place to start. And it's a great way to catch interested people, interested potential clients more upstream than some of the other sources. And that can be good and bad. You just need to be aware of you know, the value in that. It means that when you do a good job of sending cool stuff, you won't be competing with others in your market. You will have already won the business with those clientele.
So do you see the screen here?
I sure do. Yep.
Hopefully you see a Facebook ad dashboard and not some
Yep.
charts or anything.
Nope. We're good. We're good.
Okay. So let's show the ad. So here is the specific ad for this specific campaign that we're running. And as we look at the ad, we'll also get a sense for what the lead magnet is here, so to speak. So the lead magnet, again, is the thing that somebody is going to exchange their contact info for, you know, give you their contact info for. So the ad, Josh, this is pretty small on your screen. I apologize, everybody. But if you look down here, it says Pinellas County waterfront homes on lakes, the Gulf, and other waterways, priced from the mid 200s to 17 million. The reason we worded it that way, we initially ran this ad for a while where it was just waterfront homes, but in our area, we needed to specify because of the prices. You can't get something in the 200,000s that's actually on the beach, and some people commenting on the ad. So anyway, this particular lead magnet, Josh, is one we've used for years, right? It's basically a property list.
Exactly. And the formula here is an easy one for you to, in fact, Mike and I had a Zoom this morning with one of our co-marketing partners. They're not using this waterfront niche, but we're following the same formula with the offer. Blank area, recently price reduced homes, priced from blank to blank. Actually, we're testing that as a new variation. And we have anywhere from 5 to 8 sort of formulas for how to present a niche offer like this.
Yeah. But one of the reasons these work so well, I'm surprised they still do, honestly, because this information is available on almost any real estate website, but none of your competitors are taking the time to just segment the IDX data into a niche focused list, which is why it works so well.
Yep.
So
you're curating information.
Yeah, it's curated, right? When they see this ad on Facebook, it's not, hey, just come search for homes on my website. It's, hey, come check out this interesting thing. It's an interesting list. In this case, Josh, I used Facebook's like built-in video creator to just do this kind of animated image, but really all you need is just a picture of the type of property, and it tends to work okay.
Yep.
Now, an important detail here for this specific magnet and the traffic source is that we are using the native forms inside of Facebook. We're using their lead ad forms or lead generation. So we're collecting first name, last name, email, and phone number right on Facebook. We have other campaigns running where, say, you use a Google ad and you drive the traffic to your own landing page, or you use a form, or you could use a webinar registration. So this always becomes part of building out your renos is what is my capture point for the lead magnet.
Right. Yep.
So just keep that in mind. The important thing and the reason we like Facebook lead ads so much is that we do get the cell number that Facebook has on file.
Exactly.
Pre-filled into the form. So and that's an important detail when we get to the follow-up. So we just covered, Josh, a traffic source, and I'll show some numbers on what the leads are costing. And we covered the lead magnet. So this particular campaign over the last 2 weeks has done 24 leads for $5 a lead, which is actually toward the high end. I think season here in Southwest Florida is ending, like season meaning when everybody from up north is freezing and they're down here. So we typically see the ad costs go up a little bit. But historically, I've been running a variation of this ad for a very long time, for like 2 years. You can see we've generated about 1,000 leads, 1,000 on this one and 2,000 on this one. So 3,000 leads total in the $3 average range, $3.51 range. And I think, Josh, you see similar numbers in Central PA, right, when you're running your price reduced ads?
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're usually, people will often ask, like, what's a good cost per lead? And for this traffic source, depending on your market, depending on your average home price, et cetera, for example, if you're at or below the national average home price, I think, $2.50 to $5 is a good number. If you're above that, you're in higher priced markets, higher average home price, I think 5 to 10 is a good mark for the type of offer and the type of traffic source. This example here that we're talking about, those are good benchmarks. The folks we mentioned this morning, the folks that I mentioned from this morning, they're getting leads. It's a different offer, but the same traffic source and the same mechanism, different offer. He's getting leads for about $2.50. And here's we actually had to have a heart-to-heart because they were a little worried about their results. He had spent $300, had generated 100 leads, and is actively working with 4 of them. 4 of them. And if he just closes 2 of them, if he helps 2 of them buy, it'll be about $16,000 in net commission income for him from $300. I mean, not too shabby.
You need to compare this to most of us are willing to just pay a 25 or 30% referral fee all day long.
Yep.
So you're self-generating here, but yeah, the numbers really do work. And just for some perspective, Facebook, these are the numbers, but it's gonna be different for every traffic source. And for our Google ads, for example, we pay 10 or 11 a lead, but we're very happy to.
Yep.
Because of the nature of the traffic source. So, all right. So Josh, that's the traffic source. The lead magnet is a property list. If you want to, I don't have the slides on my page here, but going back to Josh's, what he was showing the Reno slides, the next sort of component, big one, is the automated follow-ups.
Right. Yep.
So we call these something like a conversation starting campaign is one of the big follow-up elements we like to use, and we also like to use automated property alerts for these campaigns, those 2 main things. So some of you guys might recognize I'm sitting here in a KV Core dashboard. You can do what I'm about to do in pretty much any CRM these days, right? So I'm going to go to our smart campaigns, and I'm just going to show you how we're generating conversations from these leads quickly, at least the ones who have more intent or are interested. So let me just go to Andre here. And I'll type in Waterfront. And by the way, if you happen to have KV Core access, there is a campaign that's default in KV Core called a conversation starter that you can edit to kind of do something similar to what we're showing here. So, but if I open up the campaign, and you can see this campaign only has, what is it, 5, 7 touches? And one of them is just this end task. And I think, Josh, this is a little bit of a departure from what we see a lot of people do, where they think they have to build like a long year or 2 or 3 year long drip campaign, right?
Right.
What we're doing here is we're building a short campaign that's only designed to just get people talking to us right away. And then we're doing some other things in place of those long drip campaigns, which they can work, but really they end up not serving you too well because it feels generic as they're received.
Exactly, because it is.
The recipient. Yeah, because it is.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's show the initial email that goes out first. So there's an initial email that goes to these, and it's very simple. It just says your Paralysis Waterfront property list. And the idea with this email is simply just to give them the thing they asked for, especially with Facebook leads. People get distracted, they leave, they might not remember, they might just bounce off of Facebook before they even have time to take a look at the list, right? So they opt in on Facebook, and then this arrives a few minutes later, and it just gives them the list now. And then I just mentioned that the link will always be up to date with the latest waterfront properties. And then I do a little call to action. If you'd like to share some details about your search, I'd be happy to do a little research instead of you handpick listings that might fit your criteria. So that's just short, sweet. It's not, hey, I've been in the business 20 years. I've got 18 designations. I really love working with, that's usually the first email, right, Josh, that people say.
Yeah. Here's why I'm so great.
Yeah, why I'm so great. In reality, people don't really care at this stage. Eventually they will. They'll want to get to know you. But at this stage, we're just about delivering the thing we promised. So that's the initial email. And then we have a text, which, Josh, I just edited this. I wasn't liking the percentage we were getting on the last one. So it was only 10% or so where we're responding, and historically we've been able to get about 30% on this. So I've been playing with the test, the campaign, and I just highlight
double tap on that. Hold on. I want to double tap on that. Historically speaking, this is huge. If you're if you zoned out here, 30% replying to the text. That's 30% opportunities to start a conversation. That's pretty incredible. It's also a great benchmark to keep in mind and a target for you to go after with that initial automated text reply.
And that's why we've generated 25 leads in the past few weeks. It wasn't up to the benchmark for me, so I knew to start tweaking it again.
Yeah.
So and that 30% number comes from those 3,000 leads we generated historically on this campaign. So it was pretty good data. All right, so the text is hi, lead first name. We use our CRM to merge that in. Just doing a quick follow-up. Did you end up getting the Paralysis Waterfront homes list? Okay. Josh, you want to talk a little bit about the science here? You do a lot with texting.
Yeah, I mean, merging in their first name is important, and asking a question. Short and sweet, asking a question. That's really, that's where the secret sauce is. You'll notice that strategically included in there is the word end. And, there's some reason why, particularly in KV Core and maybe in similar platforms, to include that in there. It'll circumvent opt-out language that would normally be included.
KV Core usually has a reply stop to unsubscribe with the first text you send. So there's a couple of trigger words that'll stop that from going out.
Exactly.
Yep. Josh, I'm playing with 16 minutes here. This is new.
Okay.
I didn't do this thinking that we'd be showing it on a webinar. So I am playing around. Typically, we do this at about 1 to 3 minutes.
Yep.
But I'm playing around with 16 minutes because I'm just seeing if they got the list. I'm going to see what they do. And I only changed this yesterday, so I don't really have data on the responses. So that's an initial text, an initial email, probably enough for the most part, just so that you can sift off the hotter people.
Yep.
But we do go through the campaign. I asked them if they own a house to try to pull a listing here on day 4. Do you currently own a house? I'm asking because the market is really active and there's a big inventory shortage. Happy to discuss, if you're thinking about selling. Day 5, we send a link of upcoming open houses. It's just a dynamic link that's always up to date using KV Core, just to provide a little value in addition to the initial angle they came in on, which was waterfront. Day 7, this has been getting good responses, Josh. You should put this in all your campaigns.
Okay.
So this one is actually getting more responses than the first one lately for some reason. I don't know. It's not a huge sample, but it is. And it's hey, just checking to see if you've been getting the real estate listing email updates I've been sending. If you'd like for me to change the criteria, let me know. I have a question mark there.
Yep.
Now, I think the reason this is working and the reason it's good is because alongside this conversation starting campaign, we're also, as one of our automated follow-ups, we're also setting up automated listing alerts. So by the 7th day, they should have received 3 to 5 of these daily alerts for
Mm-hmm.
properties.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting some people kind of replying back and telling us their life story on this particular text.
Yep. Dean Jackson calls that the client love letter.
Yep. And then that's it. That's the whole campaign. You can do some automation and transition. I have this last task to transition to a longer term follow-up. And you can do that automatically with some systems, you know, and transfer to another campaign. But really, we're just with this initial automation trying to get people to talk to us.
Exactly.
Second big thing for automated follow-up, Josh, we won't get into all the other options, but if you can do the conversation starter campaign and you can configure the search alerts, you get yourself 80% of the way there.
Exactly.
Follow-up. So, oh, I have one other automated follow-up I got to show you. But for this one, we simply use KV Core and we said, hey, anytime a waterfront hashtag comes in, just send all the new waterfront listings once a day. And this is a better longer-term drip campaign than a drip campaign.
Exactly. It's what they want to see anyway.
Yep. So second component, so we've gone over traffic source, lead magnet, right? Property list, traffic source, Facebook. Property list is a lead magnet. Automated follow-up is a conversation starting campaign. Automated property alerts. And then Josh, I want to show you another component we added this morning to Andre's campaign really quick.
Yeah. I thought this was pretty cool when you sent this over this morning. Absolutely. Yep.
So let's go back to the main ad account dashboard here. Hopefully it's live.
By the way, so for those of you, we have, you know, we've got more people than we're on at the beginning. For any of you who are getting lost in the weeds here, or you know, this is like, I don't know, making your head hurt to think about doing all of this. There will be an opportunity here. We're not going to go too much longer. There'll be an opportunity to get a free strategy session with me where we'll explore. We can clarify, you know, what niche is going to make sense for you. We can walk you through a plan, and then we can talk about how we can actually do this work for you, so you can focus on what you do best, which is for most of you, you know, continuing conversations, appointments, and you know, and providing great service to your clients.
Yep. So what we're looking at here is a retargeting ad. So under the automated category, automated follow-up, retargeting is a very big one. And retargeting, just for anybody who doesn't know, it's basically somebody hits your website or they engage with you in some way on an ad, and then you start to follow them around about the same thing. So you look at the shoes on Amazon, they follow you everywhere you go, right? So I asked Andre to get me a video. He did a really good job of it. Josh, I can try to play it. It's pretty short.
Sure.
But I would recommend that if you guys take nothing else away from this particular webinar, just install this particular thing and have a retargeting ad run for everybody who visits your website. And if at all possible, do a video. I know that scares a lot of people, but the video is very important. So let me play Andre's.
Hey friend, this is Andre Aragon with Forever.
Is that low, Josh?
Thanks so
It's
much.
okay.
Pinellas County Waterfront Homes List. If you have any questions about specific areas or price points, feel free to call, text, or email anytime. Thanks so much, and you have yourself a great day.
So I'm in the ad preview, so you don't see Andre's number down there toward the bottom. It popped up in yellow, but it'll look right in a regular ad, and we just put that same messaging in the text. Now, this is not designed to really generate more leads, right, Josh?
No, not at all.
It could, but really it's designed to build top of mind status and trust in Andre. By the time somebody starts seeing this, and they'll see it a few times in their first week after opting in, they're going to have seen Andre's name in that initial text, in the initial email, in the property alerts, right? So, and they may be seeing other realtors who they've opted in for in their email, right? So the idea here is now they're able to put a face to the name. They're able to hear, hear Andre. And I talk about this a lot, Josh, like even you and I, there's a difference in people who resonate with me or will resonate with you.
Yep, totally.
So
and here's what will start to happen is people will start to recognize Andre out and about at restaurants, at grocery store, even if they don't go up and say anything. You know, it's creating a sense where they feel like they know him on some level, And that's half the battle. That's half the battle, because you know, the statistics say that 75 to 80% of folks who buy or sell real estate interview one agent. And though this isn't an interview, Andre is positioning himself as the only one that they ever quote unquote interview.
Yep. And the other point I was going to make about the resonating, Josh, was sometimes people might judge that they don't want to work with you from this. So the people who are be attracted to you, and I would say the ones who don't want to work with you, that's good too, because it creates efficiencies in your business. You don't end up wasting time with. Right. So this sort of an ad, if you can figure it out, there's lots of documentation out there about how, or you could just schedule with Josh and talk to our team. But this is not very hard to execute. You got to get a Facebook pixel on your website. You got to record a video. It can be done in 10 to 15 minutes.
Yep.
But could have a massive impact on your business, specifically your conversion rates on your leads. So
absolutely.
So that's the last automated. I'm going to go to the slides real quick, Josh.
Sure.
Just feel like I'll just bring up the video here, because I feel like we're getting a little abstract now with what we've gone through. Hi, Ryan. So I'm going to go through the video. Okay, we'll just bring up the video. So again, lead magnets, automated follow-ups, and traffic sources. You really only need one or two things from each bucket, which we've walked through here for Andre's funnel. This last cool stuffings thing is probably where it's 20% of the work and 80% of the money, Josh.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
So on these first three, we can probably expect to do like call it 0.5% to 1% on these Facebook leads conversion rate.
Yeah.
Right. So one in every 100 leads at $3 to $5 a lead. You just out of dumb luck will respond to a text, and you'll have a good conversation, and you'll sell them or somebody they know a house, right?
Yep.
Or you'll list something. If you can do this last part, this cool stuff once a week part, you can reasonably expect to 3 to 5x that conversion rate. And I'll just, Josh, I'll submit that what everybody's sitting on with me and you right now is an example of this in action.
Yes.
Because you know, somehow you landed on our email list, or you were at our website or saw one of our videos, but now you're getting this follow-up content that kind of engages further. And it's just powerful stuff. You're kind of living through it as we go. So yep. Josh, I sent the cool stuffings yesterday, and I'll let you talk more about different types of cool stuff.
Yep.
But I want to show you what I sent yesterday. Here, I went into KV Core, and we just sent a scheduled mass email. And this was so simple. Andre, I noticed on his Facebook that he was talking about an off-market waterfront listing that he had. He didn't even tell me about it, which I was disappointed in, because I was waiting for content like this. I was like, great. This is, you know, he posted it to his Facebook, but he's got this bank of leads now, not to mention the few thousand that we already had in our database from before he started with this niche. So just very simple. Off-market waterfront listing is the subject line, and we just send a link to it. Basically, you can see the script here. So an example of cool stuff. One example would be just to send one property every week that fits that criteria that they initially opted in for.
And maybe you get fancy and you do a drone video of a waterfront property. Maybe you take a personal tour of it with permission for the listing agent. Maybe your niche is new construction, and new construction is a piece of cake to get permission to do video tours of. Or you do a your new construction or waterfront properties or golf course communities, and you do a driving tour of one of those neighborhoods, right? There's any number of ways. Or you feature one that had a recent price reduction, or you feature one that was just listed, or any number of ways that you can slice it.
Yep. But at least once a week, send some kind of content that's outside of that loop where it's automated.
Yes.
It needs to be curated and created by you in some way.
And one of the best practices that I've been beating the drum on, and honestly, we've talked about this in some form or fashion since probably 2007 or 8, is a weekly email newsletter. And we have an entire process and template that is on the wakeup.real estate site that you can model. We send it every Friday morning, and it is a catalyst of which drives a continuous flow of opportunities in our CRM dashboard of people coming back to look at properties, people favoriting properties, people requesting an updated home valuation, people asking questions, people simply replying to the email. And if nothing else, even if they don't open the email, they know that every Friday morning, I know that my name will be in their inbox every Friday morning. It is just a reminder that this Josh guy is here, he's local, and he can help me buy or sell real estate if or when the time comes.
Josh, I dropped your template into the GoToWebinar chat there.
Oh, beautiful. Perfect.
So use that. So yeah, that's a Renos, Josh.
I mean, that was just a real quick, big picture, sort of high level overview. And, I think sometimes people overcomplicate things, or they want to, they get analysis paralysis because they want everything to be perfect and they want this huge, long, automated follow-up. No. It's an offer. It's a traffic source. It's a short-term automated follow-up, and it's long-term is simply sending cool stuff every week and just staying top of mind with that. And then here's the big component, the big difference maker is following up and following through. When people reply to an email, when people reply to a text, when people favorite a property, when people come back and search for the first time in 2 weeks, when people request an updated home valuation, whatever the case may be, that you take the ball and turn those conversations into appointment opportunities and client opportunities by asking good questions, by being genuinely curious, and by listening, really.
So check this out. This was that email I sent yesterday, the Offmarket.
Look at that.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Exactly.
Yep. Because this person was sitting in our database probably for a year or more off the old Waterfront, and now look, it's just straight engagement.
And best practice, or the way to really sort of throw gasoline on the fire as far as a reply is whoever's in charge of that lead sends a video reply. Hey, got your information. Thanks so much for that. Do you have any idea the price range you're thinking and any time frame or on when you're looking to do something, right? To ask more conversations, to continue those conversations. And I always say this, you're trying to determine 3 things. Can we help these folks? When can we help them? And how can we best help them?
Yep. One more, Josh. This was off that 7-day text.
Yep.
Have you been liking the updates? Not ready to pull the trigger on this person yet. You see the yet, so they're implying they will eventually. But they're forwarding them to their friends, the property alerts.
Yep. Love that.
So really cool.
Love that.
So you
here's
can take
the deal.
back,
What's that?
You want to take the screen back?
Yeah. So I'm going to take the screen back, and I mentioned it a couple of times. I'll mention it again. If you would like to chat about what we are doing, how we're helping folks, if you want to explore, and get some help with, sorry, I need to make presenter. Get some help with building out one of these Renos frameworks and deploying that in your business. Just go to wakeup.realestate/Renos. You can watch Ryan's short video and you can click this link here and schedule a time on my calendar. If you don't see a time that works, you got to click here and then click here. If you don't see a time that works, you can just shoot me an email or even text me or hit me up on Facebook, whatever the case may be. You can find me all over the interwebs. Let me know and we will get a time set up. We can talk about any of these things here on the screen, including our topic today, which is this Renos framework. And it's not a sales call. It's a strategy call. We'll go through, we'll create a plan together. And then if you want help in implementing that plan, we can talk about what that looks like and what those options are and how to proceed if and when you are ready. For those of you who missed the beginning or you had to leave early, which you probably can't hear this now, we will be sending out the replay of this short session with the examples, we'll include the slides, we'll include anything that was referenced here. For those who are interested, we'll get that out to you tonight or tomorrow morning at the latest. And if you haven't already done so, definitely go to wakeup.realestate and create your free account. Even if you're not interested in scheduling a strategy call or anything that we mentioned here, with your free account, you get access to lots of really cool stuff that you can use. For example, under scripts and templates, under swipables and scripts and templates, some of the text and email templates that we've been sharing on the Wake Up Real Estate Show have been crushing it.
Yeah, the one you did this week, right? You want to show everybody where that one is?
Yeah, so the one from this week, I have now generated 11 warm referrals, 11 warm referrals from just this week. So I got to log in real quick. It's I give you a specific script and template that you can follow, but it's a framework that you can use with other things as well if you don't like the specific example. Geez Louise here. Well, I'll tell you what the script is. It says, hey, Ryan, is the idea that you need 20% down holding you back from buying your dream home? It's right here, the one for 5.2. Is that idea holding you back? Actually, here, I'll just open it up now. I don't want to mess up the script because it's been working so well. I don't want to give folks the wrong language in the wrong sequence. Here we go. Is the idea that you must have 20% down to purchase a home holding you back? Question mark. Would you like info about our zero down financing options? Let me know. Thanks. Now, it doesn't have to be zero down. It could be low down or low and zero down. And again, this is a framework. Is this myth, question mark, holding you back? If so, let me, let me address that myth, right? And the seller script, I've been so busy with the buyer one, I haven't even used the seller one yet. I'll probably use it next week because we've got so many warm referrals from this one because of the amount of conversations that we've been able to start. So anyway, I have to run, but go check out wakeup.realestate/Renos, schedule a time to chat. We can explore how we, what niche makes the most sense for you, and then how we can help you implement the Renos framework into your business so we can fill your pipeline with motivated buyers and sellers around the niche that we choose from the call, and the different ways that we can help with that, and what options are available to do so. It might be waterfront, but it might not be. There are lots of great niches that can work wonderfully well. And we have case study after case study of folks killing it with different offers and niches in different markets, etc. So Ryan, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you all for being here. Go ahead and schedule a time to chat, and I'll look forward to doing so sometime real soon.
See you guys.